I'll go ahead and call the Livingston Municipal Planning Commission meeting to order tonight. I'd like to welcome everyone that's here. We got Ron is here as usual. Glad to have you here. Okay. All right, moving to item number 2, approval of the August 16th, 2023 minutes as printed, please.
I move we accept.
Motion by Ricky Mack.
Sorry.
I'll second.
Second by JJ. All four, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Item number 3, consideration of final lot line adjustment for property located on Wendell Street and East Cedar Street. Brown adjustment.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. What we have is a final lot line adjustment submitted by Kaylee Brown. The purpose of the adjustment is to adjust the common boundary line of 2 existing properties located on Wendell Street and East Cedar Street. After the adjustment, Lot 1 would consist of .222 acres, an existing structure and an existing accessory structure. Lot 2 would consist of .136 acres and an existing commercial structure. Lot 1 would require a 5-foot side setback variance for an existing accessory structure from the Board of Zoning Appeals. The proposed new lots are zoned R2 high-density residential and are served by an existing 6-inch water line and existing sewer line that would comply with all other requirements of the subdivision regulations in the zoning ordinance. The petitioner's here, so if you need to ask her any questions, I'm sure she'd be happy to answer them. Which she'll have to sign that subdivision plat. So that in essence is her saying that she agrees with the transference of property. So you're correct, JJ. But it still has to come in front of us as a matter of the movement of property lines less than 5 acres, you know, here in the corporate limits.
Do we need to approve it? I mean,
What I would recommend is that we approve it pending approval from the Board of Zoning Appeals and that all required signatures be obtained.
I'll make a motion we approve it.
I so second it.
Motion by Ricky Mack, second by JJ.
Can I clarify the motion, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
So, Ricky, you want to make a motion to approve the Brown lot line adjustment with the conditions that all required signatures be obtained and pending a variance from the Board of Zoning Appeals.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, we need to vote on this and
If there's no further discussion.
discussion on it, okay. Ricky Mack, you already made the motion, JJ second?
Public comment,
Pardon?
public comment.
Public?
See if there's any public comment.
Oh, Ms. Brown, you got any comment on any of this? No?
Any public comment, not just Ms. Brown. So
Any.
just ask if there's any public comment.
Okay. Okay, any public comment that we need to have? I was gonna do that at the end.
Obviously, both parties agree here, right? Everybody involved in this transaction agrees.
To my knowledge, yes, sir.
Ricky Mack made the motion, JJ second?
Yeah. Let's
Need a
vote.
motion, well, need a motion, we'd all be approved as printed.
Just all
Let
in
me
favor.
saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Okay. Item number 4, discussion regarding administrative approval of plats during months without a plan commission meeting.
Mr. Chairman, this is something that we've discussed a couple of different times. Typically in the month of December and in the month of May, we don't have planning commission meetings due to the fact that they fall on holidays a lot. And during those times, the planning commission allows the staff and building inspector and the secretary to approve plats of 2 lots or less if they comply with the zoning ordinance and the subdivision regulations. What I would like for us to consider, and we don't have to vote on it tonight, is to allow administrative approval of plats that are 2 lots or less that comply with our zoning and our subdivision regulations if there is not a meeting within that month. And basically saying, obviously in December and May, we wouldn't have to vote on it like we do every year. But also, in the event that there is not a quorum, then I could approve those smaller divisions if they comply with everything. Now, obviously, what I would suggest is that that period would go from the previous meeting and the next scheduled meeting. So if they were to bring in a plat that didn't fall within that timeline, then it would still have to come in front of the planning commission. But you know, if they, like say in December, if they submitted something December the 15th, which would fall in that time frame, then you would allow me to administratively approve that. But if they submit something on January the 1st, then it would still have to come in front of the January planning commission meeting. So only in instances where we either don't have a quorum or we are canceled during a holiday. But I'll certainly listen to feedback on that. Oh, and state law does allow us to do this. Yeah, and I mean, so this would fall under that because there's 2
So you're talking about
lots.
2 different things, or just one with 2 lots?
Any plat that has 2 lots or fewer, so 2 lots or 1 lot. If it has 3 lots on it, I would just tell them to wait till the next month. But anything with 2 lots or fewer, I think it's a good idea, especially, you know, here recently we've had some issues with having quorums and things of that nature. So I think hopefully it would help.
Yeah, Tommy did mention that. We've had, I think, 2 or 3 occasions that this has happened where we did have a quorum, and everybody's here to get all the everything done, and it kind of looks bad on us. So I think it's a great idea that we approve this later on. We won't tonight, but we will a little bit later. Okay. Any other business?
Tommy, you have elsewhere, I mean, do you have that ability elsewhere in other planning commission?
Every other place I work. So I have 17 communities that I work for, 16 of them I have administrative approval on 2 lots or less.
So if you administratively approve them, the next meeting, we wouldn't, I mean, they're approved, we wouldn't vote at all.
I would bring a report to the next meeting of any administratively approved subdivision plats. So you would see it very similarly to the agenda review that you get, except it would just say staff report. And you wouldn't need, there would be no motions or anything like that. It would just be simply a report of the plats that had been administratively approved since the last meeting.
So it will be a done deal.
Yes, but it's not just me. It would be myself, building inspector, and the secretary of the planning commission.
Okay, thank you.
Any other discussion at this time? If not, go ahead.
Would that also include variances?
No, the plats would have to comply with the subdivision regulations in the zoning ordinance.
So that this particular example,
As it sits, no. But if the Board of Zoning Appeals were to meet and grant the variance, then if we were to not have a quorum like happened a few months ago, the BZA met, we couldn't meet, and then I would be able to do that once the variance is granted, but I don't have the authority to grant variances.
Okay, before we adjourn, is anyone that's here that would like to speak to the Planning Commission at this time? Okay. If not, I need a motion we adjourn. Matilda? Okay.
I'll second.
Second.
I'll
Rick and
second,
Mac.
yeah.
All for, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you all so much.